And I just took for granted. Just being in school is nice. And there's hostel, and you play, you live there, a lot of games to play, and fight among friends, and and there's always this, this anxiety, grow up fast, because we are always told that there is a freedom struggle to fight for, and there is Tibet behind the Himalayas. I grew up in this Tibetan school in Kullu Manali area, in a small school called Patliku. So we were always told that, look up there, the mountains, behind that is Tibet. So, you people have to grow up fast and, get involved in the freedom struggle, and you have to go back to their country. So all my growing up years, it's all spent in this anxiety to grow up fast. We forgot about all the nagging things that we do to our parents. I've completely forgot about it. I don't really recall anything. And these days when I work as an activist, when I speak to my mother, our conversation ends with saying, how are you? I'm fine. And how are you? I ask them, and they say they're fine. And the conversation ends there because we have no details of life to talk about. Bluntly, it sounds so odd, you have the son and the mother talking on a cell phone, such a luxury, and the conversation ends with saying I'm fine, and the maximum that I say is, okay, now I'm in Dharamsala, now I'm in Madras, or I'm in Lucknow, I'm doing some talk, and she would assume that, okay, as usual you were doing thing, and she would just say, well, take care of yourself and eat food on time. And when I reflect on this, it's such a painful experience that you have no details of life to talk to your own mother. And this is what exile has taken away from us. Just the pain itself. And this is in Dharamsala, when I see young Tibetans after their schooling, college education, they are with a lot of earnestness, they've come back to the Tibetan community. There's this thing called return to the Tibetan community to serve. So there are a lot of these young Tibetans with graduate degree, master's degree in literature and in social work and a lot of things, and coming back to work. As they work, again with the usual Tibetan mind and thinking that you have to serve the Tibetan community. So with a very, very little salary to work, and they just live in a small room. Earlier they used to be staff quarters. Now all the staff quarters are taken, so people start to take rooms from Indian houses. So they have a small back door room for themselves. And as they work for a year, 2 years, they find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And these boyfriends and the girlfriends start to live together, and they have a baby. And now they are parents. And they still live in this small room where on one side of the wall they face, and it's kitchen, because you have a gas stove. And as you face the second side of the wall, it's your wardrobe. All your clothes are stacked up in these almirahs. And on one side, you have all the film posters and CDs, films and Hindi music, CDs. And on one side, obviously, you have the door. So in that small room, you have actually a whole new generation growing up. And this goes on. And I can tell you with 100% guarantee that this is not Tibetan way of living. For a traditional Tibetan life, for a Tibetan psyche, space is important. Because we lived in a country where space was never a concern. We still own 2.5 million square kilometers of area. And we are only 6 million Tibetans. Our nomads used to go to the valleys and mountains this side for summer and that side in winter. And traders traveled hundreds of kilometers taking their caravans. So space was never a problem. Now they live in a small room in their life. And therefore the luxury that we seek in life of your own space for children, space for your own husband, wife, art, interest, culture, while the Tibetan girl or the young mother would want to watch some Hindi soap operas. The son would want to watch, what is that American, that wrestling thing? That thing. You know, the sons would want to watch that, and the daughter would want to watch the Animal Planet. And obviously the father, or the boy father, would want to watch some Hindi films. And there's only one television. So we are living this. And this is what I see, a life forever postponed. A life that we would want to live is not here now. And as Topden very interestingly quoted Salman Rushdie, exile is a dream of having a glorious return. And we all actually look for that glorious return of Tibetans going back to Tibet, and then finally having this get-together of the broken families. I have some of my relatives in Tibet, but I have no idea why they're staying, what their names are. I know that they are there, but I have no idea why they're staying, what their names are, whether they're fine. So we are living a very, very difficult life. I very often want to say, remember what pain we lived with, what pain we live with now. But somehow there is this huge sense of endurance, a sense of forbearance. And therefore I'm very, very proud that I belong to this Tibetan Buddhist culture, which has given us so much of strength to fight all this without having to cry. And sometimes we do not actually realize this amount of pain we live with. I remember when we were in Madras, after my schooling, I went to Madras for my graduation. And in Madras, because it's South India, you have this very different food taste. A lot of masala. Huge amount of masala. Initially, when we used to eat idli, dosa, sambar, it was nice. It was a very nice snacks, to begin with. And we quite enjoyed it with a lot of, experiments of different food. But we were to eat this for 3 years. And we had to eat idli, sambar, dosa, rice with a lot of sambar again. And every day, 3 times.